good sleep is everything. That's why Ollie's science-backed support is made with a blend of melatonin and L-theanine for both kiddos and grown-ups. So when your mind won't switch off, you've got something that can help. Your racing thoughts and restless nights won't stand a chance. Find Ollie Sleep Solutions for the whole family at ollie.com. That's OLLY.com.
Make every get-together chill. This Memorial Day, get up to an extra $1,000 off select top brand appliances like LG. Plus, get free delivery at the Home Depot. Tackle pool towels and camp laundry with a large capacity washer. And host in style with the fridge-serving craft ice, mini craft ice, cubed ice, and crushed ice. Shop appliance savings now through June 3rd at the Home Depot. Offer valid May 14th through June 3rd, U.S. only. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $998 or more. See store online for details.
He kept telling me, I'll give you a receipt, give you a receipt. He never gave it.
All you have to do is grab the nearest crayon and the nearest roll of toilet paper and write a receipt. That's all you got to do.
This is the plaintiff, Gregory Adam Balsarac. He says he's a former law enforcement officer and owns a 7-unit rooming house. The defendant rented from him for a short time, smoked marijuana in the room, and also shortchanged him on the rent. Luckily, he got him to move out, but he still owed $3,700 for unpaid rent plus interest. So he's suing him for just that. This is the defendant, Carlos Bowles. He says living in the plaintiff's rooming house was troublesome from the start. The place had a very bad smell. It was infested with flies. There were yellow urine stains on the walls, and when he complained to the plaintiff, it fell on deaf ears. If that weren't bad enough, the plaintiff put him in a headlock and is nothing but a corrupt ex-correction officer with a drinking and anger problem. Owe him money. Ha! He's accused of being a rotten roomer. The defendant filed a countersuit for $5,000 for slander and defamation of character.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated, come to order, please.
Okay, Gregory. Thank you, sir.
I got it.
Gregory Balsarac, you are suing Carlos Bowles.
Yes.
For $3,700 that you say he owes you in rent plus interest. He is no longer your tenant, right?
No longer, Your Honor.
Okay, so tell me what happened.
In January of this year, I purchased a investment property in Freeport, New York, a legal rooming house. I have the rental permit and the application for the rental permit signed. Yes, you can.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, it's a legal rooming house in Freeport. It was inspected by the building inspector. The house is certified right now to being 100% at code. It's been a legal rooming house for the last 40, 50 years.
Right. All right, so go on.
Okay, so when I purchased the house, there was a leak in the roof, which I can show that I had contract that was also fixed prior to Mr. Bowles moving in.
Okay. Is there a written agreement between you two for a rental or no?
No, there was no written agreement,
Okay.
but I do have
And what were you charging him to live there?
$600 a month, $625 when you use an air conditioner.
Okay.
Okay, these are the rental receipts of the months that he paid and a list also of what he paid and what was owed.
And according to you, he's behind from the very first month.
Well, the very first month, the very first week, he paid me $100 from March 23rd to April 1st.
So that was a prorated, agreed upon amount.
Right.
All right. Do you have your receipts from when you paid?
I only got the one. He was always like, I'll give you a receipt, give you a receipt. Let me check my books.
Why would you pay cash and not get a receipt?
Thinking he was a corrections officer. When I first walked in there, I saw his badge, thinking I could, all right, he's not going to.
Thinking you could what? What difference does it make? I don't care if he's a man of the cloth. If you're handing cash over to somebody, there could be at a minimum confusion and at a maximum deception. So why would you ever hand somebody? Because I'm not going to believe that, because otherwise everybody in your position could say that all the time and claim they paid twice as what they paid. So you basically have no receipts.
I have one from the last time I paid him.
Let's
with the
see what you
balance
got.
only $100. I mean, if you look at the numbers up top, you can tell it's from him.
this is the yellow copy to this one.
Okay, yeah.
But there's receipts before it and there's receipts after it.
Give you a receipt. He never gave it.
All you have to do is grab the nearest crayon and the nearest roll of toilet paper and write a receipt. That's all you got to do. All right, so go on. According to you, then, he owes all this money for. In April, he doesn't pay $425. May, he doesn't pay at all. June. Now, at this point, why aren't you evicting him?
I went into eviction process. As of in April. And this is signed by the court and stamped by the court.
Okay, but then what happened?
Then what happened is he went to the building inspector and he tried to make complaints that there were squirrels in the house and something else.
So he doesn't complain about stuff with the building inspector until you begin an eviction proceeding.
Right.
Okay. Do you have the paperwork from when he complained to the building inspector?
No, the building inspector came to the house.
I have.
You have it? Let me see the dates.
That's fine.
Let me see it. So you actually file all this in July, not in April.
Okay, July. I'm not sure.
And at that point, according to you, he owes $425 for April, all of May, $325 for June, and $425 for July.
Right. Then in July.
No, not in July. August 1st, he calls the building inspector.
The building inspector comes to the house. He inspects the house. He finds nothing wrong with the house.
Let me see that he found nothing wrong with the house.
I don't have that piece of paper, Your Honor.
I went down there. They said they had
renting 5
nothing.
rooms and apartment downstairs, moving Monday, but still has keys to get in to show you the condition. Holes in ceiling that squirrels come in and sit on microwave. Oh, how cute. Call him so he can let you in before he moves out Sunday. Whole place smells. We'll take pictures. Come before he moves or guy won't let you in. So you told the housing inspector that you were moving out.
Okay.
Right.
And what happened? Did you move out?
No.
In fact, you lived there then August and paid no rent, September and paid no rent, and October and paid no rent.
No, I did pay rent, okay?
According to your own answer to the complaint, you didn't pay rent those months.
August and September, no, I didn't. No, I didn't.
August, September, or October, you didn't pay rent.
I wasn't there October. I moved out.
This is how your answer begins. From March 2012 to October 2012, I had been a tenant in the plaintiff's rooming house. That's your answer to the complaint.
All right, I might have wrote that wrong because I moved into the new place I'm in right now, October 1st. That's a fact.
Your Honor, I have pictures of the property if you'd like to.
Yeah, let me see them. All right, why don't you tell me why you weren't paying rent?
Why? Because he told me everything was included, which I even have a thing here saying from today, from his ad, all included. There was no internet, no TV, no nothing. He kept telling me he's going to do it. The squirrels were literally in my wall, scrambling. I mentioned it to him numerous times. The smell was horrendous.
If you moved in March and it's so bad, then why is it August 1st when you make your first complaint to the city?
Because it wasn't so bad when I moved in until the heat started getting bad.
According to him, you also weren't paying rent then.
I was.
So can you prove that you were paying rent?
How can I prove? No, he never gave me a receipt. How am I going to prove it?
So who's that unfortunate for?
Unfortunately, it's on me.
Who's the fellow who's with you, moral support or a witness?
He saw what the house looks like, the smell, and he also, when he was moving me out, the day we moved out, he saw the squirrels go right into the. I got all the pictures.
He looks like he doesn't want me to call on him. He's got this look.
I got all
what
the
is your
pictures
relationship to him?
Friend.
Okay. Tell me what you know.
Basically, like he said, as we were moving, I saw squirrels going in and out of the roof by the gutter where the roofing shingles meet. There's a hole there, and they're slipping right through.
Did you ever see squirrels in his room?
No, but I heard noises. You can hear the noises.
Okay.
And moldy smell in the whole building, pretty much. And
all right, now, do you have anything from the building inspector finding him in violation?
No, they can't. He goes, I didn't write nothing down.
What do you mean they didn't write anything down?
Your Honor, I went down there.
Were you not there when they wanted to go in and inspect?
No, I was working. Okay? I mean, I went down there. I said, didn't you write? You have to write something up. This is just like the police department. They came to my house because he attacked me. I went down to get
Tell me what happened there.
He comes to my door, okay? I open the door. I could smell the alcohol on him. I want my rent. I said, I paid you already. What are you doing here? I told you I paid you. Get away from me. I could smell the alcohol. I shut the door in his face. Next thing I know, his brother knocks on the door. Listen, you can't live here for free. I said, I'm not living here for free. I'm not living here for free. I don't believe in living here for free, okay? You give me my money. And he busts past the door, jumps on me, puts me in a headlock, and literally hits me. Now, I look at his brother at the doorway. I'm like, you're going to let him do this? And he just smiles at me. He goes, oh, we smell pot in here. Let's call the cops right now. I said, you go do that. They left. I shut the door. I called the cops. He must have called the cops at the same time. They come knocking on my door, okay? there's a complaint here about smoking pot in the room. I said, come on in. We really don't smell nothing. I said, listen, he's drunk, he attacked me. They said, well, we could pretty much see that.
Well, then if they pretty much see that, why don't they arrest him?
Charges? I said, no, because I used to drink a lot myself, okay? I said, just tell him to stay away from me, okay? Just tell him that's all I really want is him to stay away from me. Right.
Do you have a police report that buttresses what you're saying?
They have no record of me even calling the police department or the police even coming to my house.
Do you have a police report that buttresses what you're saying that day?
I called 911, Your Honor.
And they didn't write a report to say that they smelled marijuana or whatever?
What's that? No. All right. Well, I do have an affidavit, Your Honor, from my brother who was basically working with me as the building manager and collecting the rents, stating that he was there when the police were there, and he admitted to smoking marijuana in the room to the police.
So he did not pay rent for 4 out of the 8 months, and the months he did pay wasn't paid in full. I know this because I'm house manager. Do you live there?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
And your brother lives there too?
Yes, off and on.
He also was caught smoking marijuana. The police were called numerous times and freely admitted to doing drugs to the police. All right, so now, you have a counterclaim against him.
Okay, it only gets better.
For $5,000 for slander and defamation. Tell me about that.
When he came into my room and attacked me, okay, right after that, before they left, they were cursing at the top of their lungs.
And then your testimony on that is he attacked you, the police were going to arrest him, but you talked him out of it and said you don't want to press charges because you used to drink a lot.
Right. Well, you know, I know where I came. I came from the same place, okay? When you drink, you drink. You got a problem,
Yeah, I know, but people usually stop. Excuse me.
Okay, so I did drugs too. So
people usually stop feeling sorry for other people when they take them in a headlock. That's when they stop feeling sorry for other people. That's when all of a sudden the place became unlivable and you don't pay August, September, or October.
I moved out on September 30th, so
you keep saying that, but your statement says that you moved out in
August. I messed up on my dates, so I'm not good with that.
Can you show me something that proves when you moved out? Do you happen to remember? Or you don't remember what date?
Yeah, I was there with him at the same
I know, but I know you remember moving in, but do you remember what date?
Here you go. I got a statement from the other guy that moved in here with the date on it.
What about, where did you move to?
I manage a sober house in Oceanside now.
Say it again.
I manage a sober house in Oceanside.
Okay. So do you have something about when you moved in there?
Right there.
Okay.
And Larry helped me move also.
When do you say was the move?
It was on that day.
What day?
September 30th.
September 30th. This guy says it's October 1st. So tell me about the slander and defamation case.
There's a difference now. That day that he came and he attacked me, okay? Berg leaves the room and they both turned around and said, let me tell you something. We're going to make sure you never work at so-and-so again. Promise us. You don't know who you're with. We are going to make sure you never work there again.
And those are the people you felt sorry for and didn't want to have arrested? Go on.
Okay, the next day I go into work and I see somebody screaming. It's his brother. And he says that you sold his son drugs last night and that you're selling drugs out of your work.
Who said that?
His brother.
Who is telling you that that is being said by his brother?
My coworker that his brother was yelling at, being loud. And he wants
Is your coworker here?
No.
Do you have an affidavit from
They will not release it. They will not. I have my statement.
You can get your own affidavit.
I got, here, this is the letter I had to write. Everybody had to write a little defamation as to what happened that day for my company. They would not release it without having a court order. They told them straight up, do not do it, okay?
Hand it over, please. Are you still working there? You didn't end up losing your job, right?
That's once. Not once, but twice he did it.
Twice he came to your place of business and accused you of selling his kid drugs to try to get you fired. So now I understand why your brother's not here to be cross-examined. What's your brother doing?
My brother is single, Your Honor. He doesn't even have a kid. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I know. The idea being that it's made up in order to get him fired, right?
Okay.
That's kind of the idea.
I don't know that even happened, Your Honor. I wasn't there. That's apples and oranges. If he's saying that was said, he's suing the wrong person. He's not. He shouldn't be suing me. I didn't say it.
Why? He's the manager, isn't he?
No, I'm the owner of the house.
Well, if he's your manager, which is what you end up showing.
I'm not responsible legal liability for what he's possibly said.
Oh, no, that's not true. That's not true.
No one knows he ever said it. There's no proof. I don't have any proof he ever said that.
That's a different issue. I have him saying it happened. I have your brother refusing to show up here today.
Well,
you all deserve each other.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, if the plaintiff's brother was really spreading these lies, is the plaintiff responsible to the defendant for that?
No, I don't think so.
How come?
I mean, if my mom does something, I'm not responsible for what she does, so.
Fair enough, but the plaintiff owns the apartment building, right?
Yes.
So is the plaintiff responsible for what his brother does?
No.
Even if it's done around the apartment building, he's spreading the lies around the apartment?
No.
Okay? I'm going to ask you, so do me a favor. No, you stay there. I'm going to ask you to, what you think about it, but why don't you pass the microphone to that guy? Okay?
In my own personal opinion, I don't think he's responsible. I mean, it's his brother. They are two individual people, so to each his own actions.
You would just make me feel bad about myself if I got any closer. Going inside the courtroom.
Okay. If rent is $625 a month, and all you can prove you ever paid was $100, where do you think we're going to be? He gives you credit for paying more than what you're even able to prove you paid, because he has a bunch of other receipts for rent that you paid. I know that he files an eviction against you because he's got the court papers saying in July that you owe, at that time, $1,800. Did you actually file a court case in July?
That's when he said he was going to move out, and
so
he did move out.
So you never actually filed the
papers.
July
I
paperwork.
brought them.
There's no lawsuit that you abandoned. You never filed
No,
it.
Your Honor.
All right. Did you then file a lawsuit at some point?
I started another 30-day notice to vacate. At that time, that's when he finally moved out, so I didn't continue with it.
When did you file that one?
September, October.
When? Because if
I
it's
don't have those
October,
papers.
then it shows he's still there in October. You
Yes,
don't have
yes.
it?
No, I don't have
Okay.
it, Your Honor.
That's not a good sound for you, by the way.
What's that? I'm sorry.
When you hear the crunching of numbers like that, that's not a good sound for you. All right, Mr. Bolas, I don't see any proof of any of the rental payments. I am not going to order you to pay October because I don't see proof that you were still there in October, so you have two witnesses saying that you moved out either October 1st or September 30th. And I think that one's at least a close one. But I'm going to order you to pay the rest of the rent that you can't prove that you paid, which is a total of $3,050. I am finding in favor of the plaintiff. And as for your counterclaim against him, I would be willing to consider that if you had an iota of proof, number one. And number two, I agree with him that you should be suing the brother if he's the one who took it upon himself to go in there and spread that kind of slander, okay? But that's your call. So as for your counterclaim against him, 0.
A verdict which leaves the defendant shaking his head as he comes out of the courtroom. What's going through your mind at this point?
Nothing. He's a slumlord. The place is the way it is. And he says, my brother is in with me on this, and he collects the rent, and, he's in charge of this and that. Well, what gives him the right to go to my job and tell him I'm selling drugs? I have it, and I sell it to his kid. And that's not right. Okay, he says he's part of, being part of him, and I think it should be the countersuit should go. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go forward with it.
You will? You're going to go ahead and sue his brother for slander?
You know it. I'm definitely doing it.
All right. Okay.
All right, guys.
Right down this way, okay? It's going to be difficult to prove, as the judge says. What's your reaction to this outcome?
I'm just glad that it's over with, that he's out of my house, he's out of my hair. You know what I mean? I'm getting paid, most of what I asked for. And
did you put him in a headlock?
No, I did not.
No?
No, the police came and there was no validity to any of it. That's why they left. They were just like, they couldn't do anything about the marijuana smell. They're not going to do it over.
Okay. Okay, Harvey.
By the way, falsely accusing somebody of being a drug addict is defamation, period. You don't have to prove anything more other than that it's a lie, but you have to sue the right person, and that's the problem here. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Membership means more with American Express Business Gold. Earn 4 times membership rewards points in your top 2 eligible spending categories every month, including eligible U.S. advertising purchases and select media, and U.S. purchases at restaurants, including takeout and delivery. What are you waiting for? Get the card that flexes with your spending every month. Terms and points cap apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold Card. Built for business by American Express.
This is the plaintiff, Amitra May. She says the defendant, her first cousin, was set to get married on a cruise ship, and she was going to be one of her bridesmaids. The defendant changed her mind about the cruise, but she'd already gone ahead and given them a deposit. The defendant ended up moving, changed her numbers, and she can't get a refund from the cruise company. And they say they have no record of a cruise ever being booked in the first place. Bottom line, her cousin has caused her all sorts of financial hardships, and she's suing her for the $1,070 she's owed. This is the defendant, Adele Lane. She says she really wanted her cousin on the cruise with her, but she couldn't afford it. She paid part of the plaintiff's share for the cruise and has no idea why she's suing her for that money, and even more, considering the cruise was only $700 to begin with. She's accused of creating a Titanic mess.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Okay, Amitra May?
Yes.
You and your former boyfriend, who's asked us not to mention him by name, you have a power of attorney to represent him?
Yes.
Okay. Are suing Adele Lane,
Yes.
your cousin, correct? For $1,070 that you say was paid to her in order to book a cruise for her wedding that you were going to be a bridesmaid in.
Correct.
And then never returned to you.
Correct.
What happened?
In about October of last year, my cousin came to me. She told me that she was getting married. She said that it was going to be a destination wedding on a cruise leaving from New York, and she asked me to be one of the bridesmaids. I accepted because I was happy and I was excited. She told me that it was $720 and it needed to be paid by February 2012. I started paying off the cruise in installments. I started in November 2011 and I finished up in February 2012. My boyfriend at the time did give a deposit also of $350.
Okay, so you gave $720, he gave $350. He didn't finish paying in February. He was no longer your boyfriend.
Correct. He was no longer my boyfriend.
All right.
So he was requesting a refund, and I did request a refund for him.
Okay. Well, then, but what happens with the cruise?
Okay. Well, in
the cruise is supposed to take place when? In May of 2012?
Yes.
Okay.
It was supposed to take place May of 2012. In about January of 2012, family members started saying, oh, the wedding has been moved from the cruise to the Marriott downtown. But I've never heard anything about it. She didn't.
But I thought you were a bridesmaid. Aren't you close to her? Not really? You're just a cousin?
We're close. We working on some things. We're working on some things.
Okay. So did you pick up the phone and call her and say, what the hey?
Actually, I went over there and said, what the hey?
Okay.
I was like, listen, like, your sister is saying, you know, the wedding is moved. What's going on? She was like, oh, I told her that because I don't want her to be a part of the wedding. She's
Her sister?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's problematic.
What's she going to do? Just tell her, go to the Marriott. Yeah, we're going to be there in a minute.
She's causing me all of these problems.
Were you having problems with your sister?
Yes.
Okay.
She was supposed to be a part of the wedding, but I guess with all of the problems, she no longer wanted her to be a part of the wedding.
Okay.
So to me, that was pretty normal behavior for her. So I was like, oh, okay. And I just went along with it.
Right.
In about February, I decided, this was after me and my boyfriend at the time had already split. I said, you know what, you don't bring sand to the beach. I'm not going to mope. I'm going to do some excursions. And have
Wait, what's I'm not going to bring sand to the beach?
I'm not going to bring sand to the beach.
Meaning you're not bringing a date?
Yeah, I'm not bringing a date. It's over. I'm still going to go and have fun.
Because it's a cruise and the men are like fish in the sea. Oh, I love that. All right. I'm not going to bring sand into the beach. I am going to steal that line, and I'm not even going to give you credit. All right, go ahead.
So I called them up in about February to try and book some excursions. They asked me for a booking number, and then I'm like, I don't have a booking number. So they said, no problem. Can you give me the names of the individuals that's going to be going on the cruise? Who booked it? So I gave them, you know, her information. I gave them her fiance's name, my name. They said, no, we don't have anything. Do you have a telephone number? I had 3 numbers for her at the time, so I gave them all 3. They said, no, we don't have anything. Do you have an email address? I gave them the email address. They said, we don't have anything. So they said, just because it's not in our system doesn't mean that it's not here. Hold on, I'm going to transfer you to customer service. So I get transferred.
Is that you waiting for customer service?
That was me waiting for customer service. I gave them all of the same information, and they said, no, I'm sorry, we don't have anything. So I said, this person could have been new. Maybe they didn't find it in the system. I'm going to call back. So I called customer service a second time. Nobody.
Does anything ever change for you that you're so persistent?
Well,
that
it depends on what company you're calling. I don't want to give my secrets away, but if you call the first time and you don't get what you want the second time.
No, give me your secret. What do you mean you're not going to give your your secrets away. Go ahead, tell me. What?
My cell phone company, Sprint.
Oh. Yeah, no, it's true that the squeaky wheel in this world gets greased, and you can never, you don't get anything if you don't ask. I abide by that policy as well. But was the result any different?
They still didn't have it.
Okay, so when do you call her?
So I called her March 5th. March 5th, 2012, and I said, hey, I'm calling Carnival trying to get some stuff. I've been asking you for this booking number. Carnival doesn't have anything. Like, what's going on? She said, I booked, it's a group booking, and I group with weddings, with the wedding department. My representative's name is Eric, and I actually didn't book under my name. I booked under Nichelle Stokes. So
who's that?
That's another name that she goes by.
She has an AKA? She has an alias?
She has an AKA.
Why do you have an alias?
I don't.
Did you book under Michelle Stokes?
No.
Did you tell her that you booked under Michelle Stokes?
No.
Okay, can I see the proof that you booked a cruise?
I don't have no proof. It's no proof. You don't.
Of course you do. How did you book the cruise?
On the phone.
Okay, so then they send you an email confirming that you have a reservation. Right?
Yeah,
and if you paid her money to the cruise line, then you would have proof of payment. So how can you tell me there's no proof? There's no proof if you didn't do it and you pocketed her money.
No, and I even explained to her, I'm like, I don't, when she was telling me about, she never told me that she called customer service 3 times. She called me, she asked me for, what is the booking number?
And?
I didn't get the booking number. I gave her the group, because it was a group. Because it was a wedding, I gave her the name of the group for the weddings department for her to contact them. So she calls me and she says,
did you contact the group person whose name she gave you? What'd they say?
Wedding said, no, we don't have anything. So I told her, I'm still waiting for this booking number. She goes, oh, I can't give it to you right now, but check under, I don't really want to say the other person's name.
Okay.
But she told me to check under a different name. That other person was listed. Myself, herself, her fiance, they were not listed. So at the end of the day, I said, okay, I'm feeling lied to. I'm feeling disappointed. I trusted you. I want my money back. Right is right. Wrong is wrong. Give me my money. Let's move on.
Had she ever said to you, oh, it's not going to be on the cruise ship by then?
She didn't give a date. She said she was looking into it. She was looking into the Marriott downtown because
she had to move the wedding.
Yeah, off the cruise because...
So how were you supposed to get your money back? How was she supposed to get her money back if you were no longer doing the cruise?
So are destination weddings really cool, or are they a hassle? What do you think?
Oh, let's just ask my dog.
Hey.
That's a no.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
Get
God.
a hassle, as we say.
Yeah, you're appearing nightly. What do you think? Who hasn't talked yet? You haven't talked yet. You just passed the microphone.
I think it's a hassle unless they're going to offer to pay for the trip.
But even if they offer to pay for the trip, it kind of disrupts your life a little bit.
Yeah.
But would you do it? I mean, it is kind of cool to go somewhere else.
Yeah, it's a free trip. I mean, I would go.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
What she did, she called me. She didn't say nothing. I need my money back because I'm not going. She called me. She said, hey, my boyfriend is not going to be able. She didn't give me any money at first. Her boyfriend gave me the first money. He gave me $350.
What'd you do with it?
I put his deposit. I put it on his deposit.
Prove it.
She calls
Prove
me.
it.
I don't have no proof. It's through Carnival. But she called me. She said, hey, I can't give you. I said, hey, you have to pay your deposit because when you book a cruise, it's double occupancy. So
she paid you how much?
She gave me maybe like $400.
How did you give her the money, in cash?
It was cash.
And you didn't get a receipt?
The first payment that was given, she had
and you didn't get a
wedding
receipt?
dinner. No, that was in November.
Okay.
That was the
what
first payment
happened?
that was made.
You canceled the cruise. Why does she not have whatever money she did give you back?
She never contacted me.
Does she look like the kind of person who doesn't want her money back? She's suing you in court. Why would I believe she didn't contact you? Did you get married?
Yes, I got married on May 18th.
Was she a bridesmaid?
No, she never contacted me.
She's your cousin.
Yeah,
You knew where to contact her in order to ask her to be a bridesmaid. You know she's obviously mad at you. There's a problem because she's not look at that, my bridesmaid didn't show up. Oh my gosh, what happened? She didn't go to a fitting. She didn't, but I'm supposed to believe that you didn't know anything was wrong and she never claimed the money against you.
She did go. She went to all my fittings.
Did she go to the wedding?
No.
And why didn't you go to the wedding? Because you asked her for your money back and what?
I got no information from her after that point. The 3 telephone numbers that I had for her, I called all of them. They were disconnected. I went to my grandmother's house. My grandmother said she don't live here anymore. She moved out and she moved in with her little brother.
So did you ever call her there, or you?
I don't have a telephone number for her little brother. Her little brother changed his telephone number
So did
too.
your relatives all tell you, hey, the wedding's on Saturday, we'll see you there? Like, did you ever?
Nobody told me when the wedding was. I didn't even know that she actually gotten married.
I don't really think you guys are close enough to be bridesmaids at each other's wedding. That's sort of the way it sounds. Where's her money?
I don't know. She have to.
Well, you got to know, because you're the one who took her money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I wouldn't
if
have
you took that money and you really did use it to buy a cruise for them, why wouldn't you get that money back for them?
I didn't have no problem giving her no money. But I'm not
what does that mean? I don't know what that means. Seems like you had a problem because you didn't give it.
No.
If you didn't give it, it sounds like you might have had a problem. And then you didn't invite her to the wedding. You never sent it. Did you ever invite her to the wedding?
Yeah, I invited her to my wedding.
Yeah?
Yes.
I don't think you did.
I
don't think.
I did invite her to my wedding. I invite her to everything that I have.
How is it that you don't talk to each other since March? If she's so close to you.
She never contacted me.
Did you contact her?
I don't have no information. I don't have no information.
I thought you invited her to the wedding. How do you not have information?
I invited her to the
Lady,
wedding.
you're a thief. Return the lady's money. I don't believe a word you say. I wouldn't believe if your tongue came notarized. Pay this lady back the money, $1,070. Verdict for the plaintiff.
All right, so here's the defendant coming out here. Lady, you're a thief. You heard those words. If you're not, explain why you're not.
Because I didn't steal her money. I don't need to steal her money.
Meanwhile, she didn't get her money back, and you're the one who got it from her.
Yeah.
So?
But I didn't steal
Why
her
didn't you
money.
try harder to get her money back?
I don't have no information for her. So.
Aw. That sounds like a thief.
I'm not a thief. I don't need to
That's what
steal.
it
I don't need
sounds
to
like.
steal
I mean,
$700 from her.
explain that
I don't.
you're not.
I don't need to steal anything from anybody.
All right. All right, so come on in here. How you feeling coming out of the courtroom after all this?
I'm glad it's over.
That's your first cousin there.
It is my first cousin. She's steadily saying she didn't have a way to get in contact with me. My cell phone's number been the same for the last 12 years.
You
I
were
hit
trying
up on
hard?
Facebook, email. I went to our grandma's house. You couldn't get in contact with me, or you didn't want to get in contact
So
with me?
what do you think of her now?
I'm thinking it didn't even have to come to this. We're family. It's not supposed to come to this. You did wrong, do right, and let's move on.
So you forgive her?
No.
Harvey?
Frankly, the defendant is lucky she's not being prosecuted criminally, but, the standard of proof is different. Nonetheless, I believe she's lucky. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Choice Hotels get you more of what you value. Comfort Inn, it's calling your name. Save on the stay. Oh, and free waffles are yours to claim. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
This is the plaintiff, Stephen Gambos. He says he hired the defendant to repair the wheel cylinder on his '87 Chevy. And 9 months later, while he was driving, his wheel fell off. That's right, the thing actually came off the truck and he almost crashed. Turns out the defendant tightened the lug nuts with his hand instead of using a monkey wrench. Oh, brother. He's suing for $998.63, the cost of a tow and repairs. This is the defendant, Dennis Ferroni. He says he isn't responsible for the plaintiff's wheel falling off because it was 8 months after the plaintiff came to him for some repairs. The plaintiff's grandson also told him the plaintiff was overloading the truck with sand and that made the wheels wobbly. Owe him money? No way. He's accused of doing a really bad job.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're
Stephen Gambos,
Yes.
you are suing Dennis Ferroni
Yes, I am.
for $998.63 in towing and installation of new U-bolts and amount spent on 2 new wheel rims because according to you, you had him do some work and that work was shoddy and caused the damages to your car. Tell me what happened.
Well, I knew Mr. Ferroni. He was doing some work for my son-in-law and my grandson on their truck. My brake was very spongy on my 350 Chevy. So I asked him if he would come over and take a look at it. And he says the master cylinder was gone. Changed the master cylinder, and it was still a problem because there was, I guess, something wrong with the wheel cylinders.
Where's the wheel cylinder?
In the rear of the truck.
Say it again?
Inside of the tire.
Inside of the tire?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
You know,
go
you
ahead.
take the wheels off.
It's hidden by the first rim. It's a dual
Okay.
wheel.
Okay.
Anyways, so the wheels had to be taken off so he could change the wheel cylinders also, both sides. Then he said, well, I need brake line too. Well, if I need brake line, put it on. Don't worry about it. When it came to finishing, he finished it up. The brake worked perfectly. There was no problem even today. Since that time, I put on a little bit less than 450 miles on the truck.
And that time would be how long ago?
Well, he claims that he did the job in September. Well, I claim it was in December.
Well, just give me the paperwork. Both of you. Why are you looking at him like that? You give me the paperwork.
I don't have the paperwork. My
Why
house
wouldn't
burnt
you
down.
have paperwork?
Because my house burnt down. All my stuff I had burnt.
Okay, go on. Do you have paperwork?
I didn't get no receipt. This was all on trust.
Let's just assume a second. You paid the guy $1,000 almost, and then everything breaks down, and then you go to find him, and you have no idea where he is. There's now a hot dog stand where you met him.
That's correct.
Exactly. Why would you not get a receipt?
Yes. I gave him the altogether $540.
I'm sorry, what was the answer to my question?
I didn't ask for a receipt. When I do a job, I give a receipt. When I get paid,
See, when I get a job done, I get a receipt.
Yes.
Because I'm the guy who has to prove a job got done. I'm the guy who has to prove I didn't get what I paid for.
Okay.
I'm the guy who has to prove that I paid for it. So I make it my business not to hand money over to anybody that doesn't hand me a receipt.
I learned my
Cash
lesson.
doesn't leave this hand without a receipt coming into this hand. But in any event, he
I
doesn't
learned my
deny that he
lesson,
did the
Your
work.
Honor.
So now let's discuss what happens. Either it takes place in December or September. We have no
Whatever.
idea. And then what happens? On what fine day are you driving down the street? In June 18th. You're
June
driving down the
18th.
street, and what happens?
June 18th, I was going down to fill up my truck with gasoline. Anyways, I didn't get to the gas station. There was something wrong with the wheel, so I pulled into the bank parking lot, People's Bank parking lot, and that's when I noticed.
What did you see?
Well, the wheels, the bolts were snapped off, all the lug nuts were gone, and the
Gone
rim
where?
was,
They're all around where you were, or they had gone on the ride?
on the road up in Bethany and Woodbridge.
You didn't happen to take a picture of it, right?
You know, I didn't think I was going to need it. I didn't think it was going to be a case.
I
or
need
anything like
everybody
that.
within the sound of my voice to listen very carefully. When something goes wrong, take a picture. It takes 1 second.
And I had my
then if
phone
you don't
with me,
need it,
too.
you delete the picture. All right, go on.
This all went on trust. I never thought he would not come and take care of the work, the
And what
damage
did
that he
happen?
done.
Did he come and take care of the work?
Well, I was able to talk to him the first day. He said, I'll have it out of there by tonight. Now, I couldn't get in touch with him for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning.
So it's in the parking lot of People's Bank all that time?
Yes.
I'm surprised it didn't get towed.
No, well, I know the manager, and I banked there and all that, so.
Okay.
Anyways, Thursday came. Finally, I called my grandson because they work together.
Really? Okay.
I says, tell Dennis, would you? I didn't even know him as Dennis. I knew him as Gooch. I don't know what Gooch.
Is that your nickname?
Yes.
What's it mean even? What's
I
it
have
mean?
no clue. It's been with me since 7th grade. People know me for 20 years and don't know my real name, to be honest with you.
Gooch. Okay.
Anyways, I called my grandson. I says, tell Gooch to give me a call because the truck
So
is still
Gooch calls
there.
you, and then what happens?
He says, I'll have it out of there by tonight. I went down at 4 o'clock on the 21st.
Okay, I know that it was there. You've said in your complaint it was there how many days?
4 days.
Okay, and then on the 4th day, what happened?
Finally, I called DeGennaro's service here, and
They towed it and they fixed it, and they charged you $913.55.
They only charged me $913.55, but there was 2 rims that I had the receipt here for.
Okay, I got you. Can you hand those over to Douglas, please? Let me hear from you.
Yeah, he called me. I told him I'll take a look at it that night, which I have. So I did try getting a tow truck. It was very busy for the tow truck driver. In the meantime...
Oh, there are no other tow truck drivers? Or...
Well, I know this guy.
Oh, so he wasn't going to charge you?
Or he probably wouldn't have charged me, one or the other. So he was busy. He wasn't going to get to it in the next couple of days. I told Alan to tell his grandfather that, but I also left a message, but I think he was already mad at me because his grandson told me that he's accusing me that I'm going to have to pay for the whole job. So now I'm not going to send a tow truck just in case if I do got to pay for it. Why should I pay for it? So I left a message with him saying, if you have the truck towed down to here to me, I will take care of it. But it wasn't my problem anyway, because I went to People's Bank to look at it. He was overloaded with sand on his truck, which caused those U-bolts to snap, and I didn't touch those
What
U-bolts.
are the U-bolts?
You know the big axle thing? The U-bolts go around the rear and hold it to the...
The U-bolts hold the axle that goes from wheel to wheel.
Right, the whole
to
rear
the
end. To the frame.
To the frame of the car.
Correct.
And the U-bolts are busted?
Yeah, well, those broke because he was overloaded, so of course he kept driving with it. He probably put another 5 miles onto it, and I wasn't going to be responsible for something of his negligence. I didn't even touch the U-bolts.
So, does this make sense that the lug nuts were just too loose? Is that the problem?
No, I mean, it makes sense because if they were loose, like the defendant said, then they would have fallen off a whole lot sooner.
A lot sooner. What do you think, ma'am?
Oh, a lot sooner, right away.
How long would it take loose lug nuts to fall off? What do you think?
When you drive out the driveway.
When you drive out the driveway. Okay, going inside the courtroom.
According to your complaint, you talk to him and he tells you, oh, yeah, I must have done it by hand instead of with a monkey wrench. What was that stuff that you had said?
He said he probably did not tighten it with the wrench. He just tightened it by hand.
Did you say that to him?
Absolutely not. How would I tighten lug nuts with my hand?
If they were loose, wouldn't I expect something to have happened before 8 months?
This was the first time I have taken it out of my yard on June 18th.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that a car that you pay $1,000 to fix, you didn't touch in 8 months. I wasn't born yesterday. I'm not going to believe that. Because actually, the U-bolts weren't part of anything he did, according to your testimony, but the U-bolts are snapped off in the new one. So why wouldn't that be the reason that we have a problem, as opposed to that he used his hands 8 months ago, but we didn't notice it in 8 months? It's kind of weak. Verdicts for the defendant.
And with that, the plaintiff comes out of the courtroom here on the losing end. Step in a little closer here. Were you surprised when she said that?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, it came out of left field. I mean, where was the evidence?
First of all, the U-bolt is not going to the body of the truck. It goes to the spring that attached to the truck, so I guess he didn't know that.
How can anybody tighten a lug nut with their hand?
Most of the time you tighten it first, and then you put the right.
Put the
monkey wrench on it. Well,
I know.
It was still up in the air when he put that on. He let it down, and...
So maybe it wasn't his fault. I mean, the evidence doesn't really support it.
Only God will know.
All right, right around the corner here. All right, follow Officer McIntosh this way. All right, here he is, Scooch.
Yeah.
Hey,
How you doing?
How you doing?
All right.
All right, so you win your case here.
Yeah.
You gooched him.
Yeah, I gooched him. I did a really good job then, you know? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any chance that it was your handiwork that resulted in
not.
this?
Absolutely not. It's his negligence, overloading a vehicle. That's why there's restrictions and weight limits on them. Simple as that.
All right. Okay, Harvey.
It's simple. The longer the time between the repair and the damage, the harder it is to prove your case.
The right window treatments change everything. Your sleep, your privacy, the way every room looks and feels. At Blinds.com, we've spent 30 years making it surprisingly simple to get exactly what your home needs. We've covered over 25 million windows and have 50,000 five-star reviews to prove we deliver. Whether you DIY it or want a pro to handle everything from measure to install, we have you covered. Real design professionals, free samples, zero pressure. Right now, get up to 45% off with minimum purchase, plus get a free professional measure at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions apply.